Hey girls, it's Joe. Um, it's super late here tonight, but I needed to get on and record this for the meeting, which I really wanted to be live for. I love going live to do all of our trainings and our meetings because we get to interact that way. But unfortunately, my hair appointment got moved around, and so I have to record this tonight because I'm going to be getting my hair done and all my gray covered. Tomorrow during the actual event. So you get to watch this as a playback. But still, please comment down below so that I can answer your questions, and other leaders can jump on or consultants can jump on and answer your questions and your comments. Okay, so this is going to be super quick. There's two things that I wanted to go over with you. One of them is hostess coaching. So sometimes we kind of look at hostess coaching and we feel like there's some kind of a magic pill. There's something that I can do that's going to guarantee that that I have good parties, that I have successful parties. There is no magic pill, but a lot of the I guess the percentage of your ability to have success at your parties really does come down to the host. And so many of your hosts are going to start out nervous. They're going to start out not feeling very confident. It's pretty rare that you get a host that just jumps right in, knows exactly what to do. So you have to take charge, and you have to be the positive, encouraging voice for your host so that they are able to move forward. They know exactly what they need to do. Okay. So when you book a party, be connecting with your host. Really treat them like your new best friend. Don't annoy them, but reach out and make sure that you're available, readily available to be able to answer questions and or just calm their anxieties or their fears about possibly not having people come to their party. You want to go through the typical percentages, I guess, that you would look at people being able to attend a party. So, for instance, it's very normal for you to invite a certain amount of people to your party and for only a small percentage of those people to be able to come. That's not because, this particular host doesn't do well with parties. It's because that's normal for everybody. And all of us that regularly do parties know that that's the case. Even people that are popular and people that have a lot of friends and have a lot of support, many times will have a low turnout during a party. That's very, very normal. I think it helps to dispel those fears and those worries that they're abnormal, letting them know that this is completely normal. So you want to over-invite and make sure that you have enough actual yes RSVPs to your party so that it's a valuable time spent for you and for everybody else. You're going to look at probably getting for every 10 people that you invite, you're probably going to get 2 or 3 people to attend. Okay. So if you're looking at having, say, 8 people at your party, you're going to need to be inviting, 3, 6, 9. So yeah, you're going to be inviting 30 people to your party and you're going to have 8 show. Okay. So those averages are very, very normal. It's reassuring to your host for them to know that that's normal. Okay. So encourage them in that. Help them go through their Frankie list. This is really important. So Frankie stands for friends. F is for friends, R is for your relatives, A is for your acquaintances, N is for your neighbors, C, we add a little C in there because you might have coworkers or church friends. K is for people that you know through your kids, and then I are people that you know through the internet. So you're going to want to look at each one of those categories, and your host is not thinking of those categories. So it's up to you to remind her that these are the sections of people in your circle that you want to reach out to. And if you pull a little bit from each of those circles, before you know it, you'll have a list of 30 people that you can invite. And even if you don't end up with that many, having a party with 3 to 5 people is still very successful if you utilize all your possible options. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But really help them walk through that Frankie list. The other thing that you want to encourage them to do is to possibly look at using the Host app. So I've been highly disappointed in the amount of hosts that I've had that have used the Host app. I really, really, really want their feedback on this, but I have so few people trying it out. That is, probably just the fact that I have not had a ton of time to kind of walk them through how to use it. But my hope is that in the future, I will have hosts that use it that are, feel comfortable with techie kind of stuff, and that they will use it and give me some feedback, because from my perspective, it seems like it would be a huge asset. But that's me, and I'm doing this kind of stuff all the time. And so maybe somebody on the outside who doesn't, look at Norwalk stuff all the time, maybe it just, seems like an extra step that they don't need. So look at the Host app yourself, get familiar with it, so that if they have a question them about it, that we'll be able to accurately share what the pros are for them to use it. And that's probably another reason why maybe my hosts are not using it, because I might not be doing a great job sharing what it can do for them, or how it can make this process easier for them. So definitely look at that. I want to just double check my notes, make sure that I covered that. So one benefit to using the Parties app is that you can invite people directly from your phone list, your contacts. Okay. Once you invite your contacts, they can actually RSVP to you, and that will automatically add them to you as a consultant to your email list that goes out, which is really cool. And that makes it pretty easy. It also allows your host to be able to view who has ordered so far, how much her orders have tallied, how she can earn additional rewards, or how close she is to her rewards levels. So I think that part's really helpful, so they can view that. And there is a tutorial about the Host app. I'm not going to go into it tonight, but I can link to, in the comments, I can give the link to it. Morgan Peitzman did an amazing tutorial, and she has a Google document that she used, that she shared with us, that she allows her host to look at, and that kind of walks them through how to use it. So if you want access to either one of those things, I can put them in the comments. So when you are... Okay, yeah, that goes over that stuff. Let me go back to this real quick. So when you're looking at you're going through the Frankie list with your host, walk her through that, encourage her to look at those different groups, and then check back in with her weekly. Okay, this is really important that you check in with your host weekly. If she would like help creating a invitation, that's usually what they would love, is an invitation created for them, and or giving them the words to say in their invitation, because many people don't feel comfortable figuring that out. I'm sorry, I'm so sleepy. So help them with wording. And I would love to hear some of your guys' terminology that you use, your blurbs for inviting people to parties. Post those in the comments so that we have, a wide variety of options to be able to share with the rest of the people on this team, as well as with our hosts at all of our parties. So I'm going to post some of mine. I would love to hear some of yours too. Please post those in the comments so that we can all share together. Then you're going to be checking in with them weekly just to see how they're doing, see how their inviting's going, see if they have RSVPs, make sure they don't have any questions about, what's to come. Really, this is their job. Their job is to get people to the party. Once that happens, then you just reassure them that I will do the rest. Me as a consultant, I'm going to do the rest for you. I will have everything that we need. I will have a fun presentation. So really all they need to do is to get people there. Encourage them not to go crazy with, tons of snacks and complicated, hors d'oeuvres and stuff. It can just be super simple, chips and salsa and some waters, or some, juice or whatever, wine is always fun, coffee, whatever. Okay. So just encourage them that it can be really simple with snacks. Okay. And lastly, I like to give my hosts I text them a little reminder that they can text out to their guests. So this is another way to kind of connect with your host a day or two before the party. Give them this little text message, and I'll post that in the comments too. It's also on the training page. Just a reminder that you can send out to your guests. So this is helpful for them because they want to be able to connect with the people that are coming to their party. Maybe somebody said yes a week ago, but they haven't talked to them since. It's a great way to give them a reminder that they can send out just to make sure that, they're still in and will be coming. The other reason why I like to ask for the RSVPs and find that out before the party. You want to come prepared with enough booking packets. You want to come with enough catalogs. You want to have enough order forms, pre-filled out with everything highlighted. You want to make sure that you have, your standard giveaway products or prizes. You want to, whatever you're incentivizing your guests for, you want to know how many people are going to be there so that you can plan ahead. And then finally, you want to encourage your host to collect outside orders. That is not uncommon for people to try something. Direct your host to how to ask for outside orders. Let them know that the basic package, $35, that is a very reasonable way for a friend or a family member, somebody who can't come, to give Norwex a try without breaking the bank. So encourage them to try to sell 2 or 3 basic packages to people who couldn't come. You can even incentivize your host for that and say, if you're able to sell 3 basic packages, I'll add $10 to your shopping spree, or whatever you would be willing to do for her. Or I'll give you an extra body cloth, or I'll give you a kitchen cloth, or whatever it is that you may have in stock, able to give. Okay. So those are some really basic hostess coaching tips. Out of these things, I would love for you to kind of look at what can you implement into your hostess coaching routine. Are you touching base with your host weekly? If not, is that something that you want to try to do? Are you incentivizing your host for a certain number of guests at the party or a certain number of outside orders collected? Do you incentivize your host at all? Is that something you want to add to your hostess coaching, process? Do you talk about the Frankie list or the Hostess app? Is that something that you want to add to your hostess coaching? So think about the things that we talked about today and look at one thing that you would like to add. And then Jennifer's going to go over that with you at the call to action at the very end of our meeting today. Okay. And then we would love to hear that because we want to hold each other accountable. We want to be support to one another as we move our businesses forward and as we try to grow ourselves in how we do our business. Okay. The last thing I want to go over with you today in this business training portion is our challenge for June. And the team challenge for June is kind of a repeat of the team challenge in April. But this time, instead of doing a body cloth challenge, I am challenging you all to do a laundry challenge for your customers, okay? And or for new customers, okay? So it's the exact same concept, is that you're reaching out to people who have never used Norwex. You're reaching out to people who are your current customers. You're reaching out to past hostesses. You're reaching out to everybody. And your goal is to try to get as many people as you can with a cap somewhere. I wouldn't probably want more than 10 to 15 people participating just because it would get really difficult and costly to give them their stuff as well as to just keep track of what's going on in the group. So you want to keep it small. But even if you have as few as 2 or 3, it's still totally worth it to do this challenge. So you're going to send them a Google document, which I will link to in the comments. This Google document you're going to want to recreate for yourself, because if you send your guests my Google document and they reply, I'm going to get their information, not you. So you don't want to do that. Create your own Google document. You can copy and paste everything that I did in mine if you want to, or you can change it. And basically what you're doing is you're challenging these guests to try out our laundry products for 1 week with several different challenges throughout the week, little tasks that they can do using that product all around their house to see how multifaceted Ultra Power Plus is. Now, I'm personally going to be giving out samples of some other laundry products as well. I'm putting them all into these little jewelry zip top bags, okay? The powdered detergent goes in there, the liquid detergent can go in there. Any of the laundry products can go into those little zip top packs, and they're really cheap, okay? You can get them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or things like that. And then you can just put a sticker on each one saying what it is and how much to use for the, particular job that you're doing with it. Then you're going to create a Facebook group. And in that Facebook group, you're going to include all the people who are participating in the challenge. And you're going to post once a day. And I'm going to also link exactly the challenges and things that you can post in that. And you're going to do these challenges with your guests. So you're going to do things like doing laundry. You're going to deep soak your either your towels, strip your towels in your tub, or deep soak all of your workout clothes in your tub. And that way they can kind of see the grime that comes out of that by using Ultra Power Plus. You can soak your under microwave vent filters. That's a really fun and easy one to do. You're going to clean jewelry. You can spot clean your sofa or upholstery or your carpet. So there's a bunch of different really fun challenges where you can use that product for many different things other than just laundry. Okay. And so this is what you're challenging your guests to do. You're going to send them all the stuff that they need and all the directions in the mail. Okay. And once they get all their stuff, you're going to start the challenge all together. You're going to ask them to fill out the Google form ahead of time and to participate in the event. And that's going to help everybody else who's participating in the event introduce them to Norwex in a new way. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put them into a drawing for everybody that orders. You're going to put them into a drawing, and you can raffle away all of the products that you would earn from the host rewards. So let's say that the people that participate in your laundry challenge submit orders to you, and it adds up to a $350 party. Wow, that's awesome. You've just engaged for the month, participate in my party to say thank you. Or do I want to gift them just to one person that I draw out of a hat that has participated and ordered and all that stuff? So it's totally up to you what you want to do with this. It makes it really fun and interactive for all of your customers, old and new, and maybe people who have not ever tried the laundry detergent, or maybe they've tried it once, but they didn't know what all it could do. So this is challenging them to use it for many, many, many different things. Okay. I'm really excited about this challenge because the host rewards go right along with all the laundry products. And so I'm really excited to offer that up to my guests for this coming month. Okay. So my hope is that you will jump in and join us for this team-wide challenge. I'm going to be gifting away a mop bag to one consultant on our team that participates in this laundry challenge, creates your own laundry challenge for your own guests to participate in, okay? So I'm going to have you guys comment. Let me know, is this something that you would love to do for the month of June? Is this something that you plan on doing? And then at the end of the month, we'll check in and see who participated, and then I will draw for that mop bag is going to go to one winner from our team that participates in that challenge. So thank you so much for joining us today for this business training portion. Absolutely any questions that you guys have, please post them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Bless you guys and have a wonderful end of the month.